Hey, what's happening, peeps? This is Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, coming to you live and direct from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm up here by SunTrust Park and the Renaissance Waverly. If you can see that up there at the top, boom, Renaissance Waverly, up here in Atlanta, North Atlanta. And in this video, we're going to talk about your exit strategy. Stay tuned. All right, peeps, what's going on to my rideshare warriors, road warriors? What y'all doing? How y'all doing today? This is Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, coming to you live and direct from Atlanta, Georgia. And in this video, I want to talk to you guys about your exit strategy, but I'm also going to talk to you guys about some other things, right? So for today, I want to share with you guys that I've been doing research. You know, if you're in a business, you always want to do research. You know, you always want to have intel. And I've been doing research. I've been polling my subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed already and you're watching this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then hit the little bell icon. That way you can get notified when I put new videos up. So for my rideshare drivers out here, big shouts out to you guys for continuing to get out here and drive today. And I'm gonna figure out how to share my show a screenshot alongside my face or something like that, you know, where you guys can see or do an overlay. So I'm learning how to do overlays. You know, doing these videos and video productions, it seems simple, but it's work. All right, videos have to render, you have to record them, you have to edit them. It takes time. So I want to be able to show you guys that. And I took a poll and I asked if, you know, what type of videos do you like to see? Would you rather see a video where it's a vlog where you're actually getting to see a daily, you know, what it's like in the day of a rideshare driver, or would you just rather have a video with tips, or would you like both? And out of the people that have answered so far, most people are saying both. Okay, so that means I got to switch up the format. So you got to think about what the customer wants. So you got to think about what the customer wants in your business. All right, so you always got to do that. This may be a marketing lesson for you guys, but you always need to think about this. All right, so we're definitely going to talk about the exit strategy, but I want to share with you guys so far, you know, what I've done today, since, you know, most people are wanting the vlog situation, and I'm cool with that. And so today is June the 12th. It's 11:32. I didn't get an early start this morning. You know, I was tired. I wanted to get more sleep, and I did, thank goodness. And so I got up, you know, I got out, and, you know, first thing I did was I got gas. I went and got gas and filled up at Sam's. If you guys are doing this rideshare game for real, you want to make sure you get a Sam's Club card membership, or Costco, BJ's, whoever has gas, if you can get it at a discount. You always need to know where you can get the cheapest gas. I went to a Sam's yesterday south of Atlanta, and their gas was $2.20, where everybody else's gas was about $2.60. Okay, so you got to be really smart about doing this business. You know, gas is your biggest overhead. So many people, they don't think about gas, you know, and sometimes you'll see little trolls come in and they'll say, well, what about all the gas that you're spending? Yes, gas is the biggest expense. Don't be a fool. Gas is the biggest expense. All right, and you have to deal with that. But if you're smart, you know how to look for the lowest gas that you can find, and you can do that using Gas Buddy. And like I said, become a part of a discount club like Sam's, Costco, or BJ's, or whatever they have in your area where you can get discounted gas. Think about that. And if you're a Lyft driver, right now, I don't know how long they're going to be doing it, but they have a program where you can get 25 cents per gallon off if you fill up 4 times or something like that. And you already get 5 cents off just by being a Lyft driver. So, you know, think about the perks that you have and use the perks, okay? Think about the perks. So today I did that. I filled up my tank. I got out, I had one little short ride. I picked up a Brazilian lady and took her to work, and it was a pretty interesting conversation. She didn't really speak a lot of English. She spoke Portuguese. So that was pretty cool. But it was a short ride. You know, it put me on the board for like $4 or $5 or whatever. And then, you know, I had my destination filter set originally. And if you're a subscriber, you see me talk about my destination filter strategy. I talked about it in some other videos too, on like how I get extra tips, you know, using the destination filter. So I didn't have the destination filter on, but I still got a ride to the airport from out in this area where I am now. So I took that ride. I didn't get a rematch, and I'm okay with that. And so, you know, in the mornings, I'm learning, and I've shared this with you guys. If you're a subscriber, you saw my post that I did about, you know, how many people are waiting in our airport queue. It's too many, you know, and most don't know that 60% of the rides coming out of the airport, and this is based on something from San Francisco's airport, some stats from somewhere else. 60% of the rides coming out of the airport in their airport is rematches. They are rematches coming out of there, right? And so the rematch is when, if you're dropping somebody off to the airport, if a passenger, you know, a new passenger requests a ride, you know, before you drop that passenger off within 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes. I don't know what the criteria is now, but it was 2 minutes. If you're dropping off within 2 minutes of that person requesting a ride, you'll get that ride and you'll skip the queue. All right. I love doing that. That's a powerful strategy. So I didn't do that this morning because they didn't have a rematch for me, and I wasn't going to wait in the queue because I had other business. So I left the airport and I got another ride, you know, not too far from downtown, that took me out to a city called Mableton. So that was a decent ride. And I stopped. I turned my apps off and stopped at that point because I knew I had a private client that I needed to pick up and take to the airport. So, and I'm telling you guys, you're going to want to mix up these private rides in there. You know, Rideshare Professional will tell you about these private rides. You know, you got to think about repeat customers, repeat business. That's why you're always building rapport with these people. All right. So, so I've done that ride, and now I took a little break, and I'm still in the midst of the break. And so here's the strategy for the rest of the day. My strategy for the rest of the day is I'm at the Renaissance Waverly up here in Marietta. Well, it's actually, this is still Atlanta technically. All right. It's in Cobb County, but it's still Atlanta. Right across the street from SunTrust Stadium. There are a lot of hotels around here. So I have my destination filter set for the airport. And like I told you guys before, I'm not going to wait in the queue in the airport when it's daytime. I'm not doing that until evening time. So I'm going to do this strategy. You know, it's Wednesday, so sometimes Wednesdays can be kind of funny. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are usually the slower days in the week. It's a good day to take off. Okay? It's a good day to take off in my market. In your market, it may be different, but you need to study your market. And so my strategy is to use the destination filter, get a rematch. Use the destination filter, get a rematch. And to keep doing that until maybe about 4-ish, when the traffic starts getting really bad, then take a break, and then come back out about 7 o'clock to maybe about 10, and maybe 10 or 11, because the Atlanta Braves have a game tonight, sporting event. It's going to be people there. You know, it surged here at the game last night for the Atlanta Braves, so it may do it again tonight, but it's a great source of rides. Sometimes they're not the longest rides, but if they have surge on them, that's okay. That's cool, and you get to meet some people, you know, at the end of that. Meeting the people is, I'm telling you guys, man, it's such a great benefit to meeting so many people. You know, you have a lot of people that say, well, I wouldn't do the job I wouldn't do that. Why would you do that? Your wear and tear on your car and this and this and that. Hey, man, this life is not for you, and that's okay. I'm not talking to you. Okay? Just stop the video right now and go do something else if I'm not talking to you. All right, because I'm talking to a certain set of people who want to hear what I have to say. I'm only looking for the people that are looking for me. All right, I learned that in network marketing. I'm only looking for the people that are looking for me. All right, and that brings me to the exit strategy. All right, so I shared with you guys my day, my plan, and I'll probably come back and do a recap later on this evening and let you guys know how everything went. Right, so big shouts out to the anonymous one. He gives some really good tips in the comments, and I like what he's saying. He always has one great idea, or he'll see something, and I appreciate that. I don't know your name, brother, but thank you very much. Big shouts out to also Kimberly, CEO Drive Her. Her videos are really, really cool, and she has the vlog, so that's what made me ask the poll about what do you guys want? Would you guys rather see the vlog, or would you rather get some tips on how to be a better rideshare driver? And most people said both. So fortunately, I'm prepared for that. All right, so the other day I put a poll up, right, and I did one video about it, overcoming Uber driver pay challenges. That was from a poll that I did. So you got to think business. Even though I'm doing the YouTube channel and I'm doing rideshare, I'm thinking about my target market. You always got to be thinking about what your target market wants. My target market is other rideshare drivers, not just in general, but other rideshare drivers who want to earn more and drive less. Okay, specific niche of people. Some people are just out here. They don't care, and I'm okay with that. That's what you want to do. That's fine. So also in that same poll where the majority of people said the biggest challenge that they had was the pay, the second thing they said in that same poll was, I don't know how to get out of the business. I don't know how to get out of the rideshare business. So they don't have an exit strategy. Okay, you always need to have an exit strategy. I don't care if you're just working a job in corporate America. Even if your exit strategy is to stay there for 40 years and retire and get the gold watch and the 401k pension, if that's what your exit strategy is, boom, you got one. Okay, good for you. So, but for the rideshare driver, who may be feeling like they're stuck in this, then I have some tips for you guys. All right, so here we go. Let's get to it. I got my tablet. Boom, better. My pocket's getting fatter. All right, so I'm a silly guy too, y'all. I just want you guys to know that I am a silly guy. I like to have fun, and as the more and more of these videos I do, the more fun I'm gonna have with you guys. So the exit strategy. What is your exit strategy? So the first thing you need to know, right, and starting right now, make sure if you're watching my videos, don't just be entertained. Have a paper and pen or somewhere you can take notes, because I'm always going to give you some jewels. Always going to give you some jewels. All right. The first thing you need to have is a definite chief aim. And if you don't know what that is, go find Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, or the Law of Success in 16 Lessons by Napoleon Hill. And he has a whole chapter about, putting together your whole definite chief purpose and your definite chief aim. What is it that you want overall most out of everything, whatever, right? So, and for me, and I'll share this with you guys, for me is to be a highly sought after, well-paid speaker and trainer. That's it. My goal is not to be a rideshare driver, but the rideshare driving is a channel that allows me to work this, to have that vision, because guess what I'm doing every day when I get in the car and pick up a passenger? I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to somebody in my back seat, front seat, whatever. I'm talking to somebody. I'm communicating. I'm honing my communication skills. What am I doing with YouTube? I'm speaking and training. And now that I've become a YouTube partner, I'm getting paid. I'm also getting paid off of referral links via YouTube. Okay? So links in the description if you want to learn driving. I got all kind of links in the description. So if you want to be a driver for Uber or Lyft, those links are in the description. If you want to be a better driver for Uber or Lyft, you want coaching, those links are in the description. Okay? So the goal, my definite chief aim though, right, is to be a well-paid, highly sought-after speaker and trainer. All right? And the platform that's happening on, you're watching it right now, it's YouTube. So if you get the Law of Success, he really breaks it down for you. He talks to you about, once you got that definite chief aim and how you can make that thing become real. Okay? And the second thing you need to have is a clearly defined why. So these two things, the number one and number two, they piggyback on each other. So you want to have a Clearly define why. Why are you doing rideshare? Why are you doing rideshare? Why are you doing what? Why are you after your definite chief aim? It's even better, and rideshare can help you with that. All these gig economy things, those things to help you with that. But you got to be clear. You got to be clear. It's just like if you go to a restaurant and you order some food, you order what's on the menu. You don't think about, well, this is not on the menu, so I can't order it. No, you order what's on the menu. It's clear. It tells you exactly what you're going to get. And hopefully if you're in a good restaurant, you get exactly what says what you're ordering, right? What the menu says. All right. So you have to have a clearly defined why, and in network marketing, we say you have to have a why that makes you cry. What is it? Why? What is your why? So for one of my whys, I have 2 special needs daughters, and I like to have that type of freedom to be able to deal with my kids. All right. Another part of my why is, to be rich. I'm going to tell you guys, to be rich, to straight up be rich. So it's not, obviously you're not going to be rich being a rideshare driver. So what is your definite chief purpose? Guess what? Some speakers really, really rich. Big shouts out to Les Brown. Big shouts out to Tony Robbins. Big shouts out to Robert Kiyosaki. Lots and lots of people, who are speakers and are making a great living speaking. All right. Now your why and your definite chief aim are totally up to you. But if you go through Napoleon Hill's Law of Success in 16 lessons, you'll get that good information, and you'll learn how to set that up, right? So we're still talking about the exit strategy. And why are these 2 things important? Because if you keep your mind focused on where you want to go, you won't see any distractions. Okay? Other people may come and say things like, what about this? Aren't you afraid? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about that? Aren't you this? What would happen if, oh my goodness. You don't have time for that when you're focused on your goal. Okay? When you're laser beam focused, you don't have time for that. If a challenge comes into your path, you deal with that challenge. Okay? There's a saying that says, obstacles are what you see when you take your minds off your goal. Your minds, plural. Obstacles are what you see when you take your mind off your goal. Now, let me get a little water. Take a little break. Talking some serious stuff to you guys, right? All right. Now, number 3, peep game. This is where you got to switch it up. This is where you got to leave the negativity out there. As I say, leave it on the bush. Leave the negativity out. Okay? You need to reframe the way you look at rideshare. Okay? So, we as human beings, and this is a mindset tip right here, serious mindset tip. We as human beings, we give meaning to everything. What is the meaning? What meaning are you giving to rideshare? Is it just a means to an end? Is it a way to, like Kimberly CEO Dry Her says, is it a way to fuel your dreams? What are you doing it for? And that comes back to your why. So you got to reframe it. You got to reframe it. For me, it's meeting a lot of people, networking. I'm a networker, so I'm talking to people all the time, talking to new people. I'm not dealing with the same exact people every day. I've done that lifestyle. So I reframe it. The more, and I'm so thankful for rideshare. I'm very, very thankful for rideshare because I came from a background. I was a dispatcher for a tow truck company, right? I used to drive tow trucks and I used to dispatch the tow trucks for about 10 years, okay? Largest tow truck company in the Southeast. Big shouts to them. I learned a lot from that company. And I will never say I didn't learn anything from that company. I had a chance to sit right next to the owner, multi-million-dollar company, okay? So, and I'm dealing with millionaires. So I'm sitting next to a millionaire every single day learning how to operate a business, okay? It's real talk, right? Even though I had a business degree. He didn't have a business degree, but he knew how to operate a business, okay? So that's a whole nother thing when people talk about business and you need a certain degree to be able to generate a certain amount of money. That's caca, straight up caca. All right. So, but I learned how to operate a business, so I had to reframe it. Reframe what you're doing about rideshare. Reframe, well, they're not paying me enough. Get that out of your mind. I did a video, my last couple of videos basically talking about that. Stay away from those negative thinking things and look at the big picture. Look at your definite chief aim and your why. Look at those. Keep that in mind. And it'll help you reframe this business. For your exit strategy, you gotta know where you're going with this, right? Okay, and the last one is do at least one thing daily towards your definite chief aim. So when you guys see me making a video, my definite chief aim is to be a speaker and trainer. Hello? Guess what I'm doing right now? I'm speaking. So all of these 4 points, they tie into each other. So my goal is not to be a rideshare driver. That's not my definite chief aim. But that path has opened. That channel, I should say, that channel is open. YouTube, it's a channel. It's a channel. It's a way for me to express my definite chief aim. It's a way for that to be realized. All right? Truth be told, there are thousands of people, tens of thousands, almost hundreds of thousands of views on my videos. Yeah, there are people that are getting millions of views on their videos. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your individual situation, my individual situation. It's not about competition when you start thinking about your definite chief aim and your why, reframing the business and doing something every day to make sure your definite chief aim is manifested. All of these things tie in together. All right. So I hope you guys got some value out of this video. I'm super pumped up. Like I said, I'll give you guys a recap a little later on. It's going to take some editing, so you may see this video the next day, because, I don't get paid for editing videos. I get paid for running my mouth and driving a car, transportation and speaking. I understand those things. I've been doing them for a long periods of time. All right. So once again, make sure you have an exit strategy. Know where you want to go, not just when you wake up in the morning, well, I got to get up and drive the car, or whenever you decide to do rideshare, I got to wake up and drive the car. I don't want to do. No, think about the bigger picture, man, and always keep the bigger picture on your mind, even while you're doing your job. There was a book I talked about in another one of my videos called The Science of Getting Rich. And what are you thinking? He talks about this. You need to be thinking about where you want to go, what your vision is while you are doing your work, your current work. Okay? Think about your vision, your future. How do you want to be in the future? How do you want to be in the future while you are doing your present job, gig, or whatever, driving people around in the car, whatever. You need to be thinking about the person that you want to be. All right? This is not rocket science. This is documented. All of this stuff works. It'll help you to define your exit strategy. It'll help you actually achieve your exit strategy. Again, stay away from negative thinkers and deadheads, negative news, stories about people having to live in their car and drive Uber, and people are not making minimum wage and all of that crap. Stay away from that, man. Know why you want to do this. I told you guys, I'm not just doing this for the money. I'm doing this for the freedom. And a lot of people want security. I'm not looking for security. I'm looking for freedom, because when you have freedom, security comes with it. Okay? Another book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he talks about that. Cash Flow Quadrant, he talks about that. So I'm after freedom. I'm about earning more and driving less. One of my first mentors, he used to say, and he still says this, the less I do, the more I make. What kind of person thinks like that? Okay? He's rich. Okay? The less he physically does or physically has to be somewhere to generate income, the more money he's making. So he's making his money. Guess what he's making his money with? This thing right here that's sitting on top of your shoulders. All right? So once again, this has been Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman. I'm gonna figure out how to do the whole overlay thing, and I'll be showing you guys some stuff, from earlier today, how I took private rides, how I did things on the app, and I'm getting ready to turn my app on. You guys got me fired up. I'll go ahead and do my strategy so I can earn some more money and so I can have an excellent day. I'm shooting for like 250 today, and that's possible. Okay. All right. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you on the next video. If I don't figure out how to do this whole, overlay thing, I'm not a, videographer. I'm a speaker. I don't know. But if you get it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody can tell me the best video software. I could Google it, but one of you guys watch it could tell me something I can use on Microsoft Windows. I'm not an Apple guy. I love Apple. I think Apple's dope. But I grew up with Bill Gates, man. I'm sorry. I grew up with Bill Gates. I started with Steve Jobs, when I was a little dude, but there was no iPhone. There was none of that was happening when I first learned about computers. So, but that's it. All right, I'm gonna holler at you guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and if you need help with coaching, so you can learn how to earn more and drive less with your business, click on the links below and it'll take you to my website, ridesharedrivingtips.com. Peace. All right. Here's the vlog. For my people that want the vlog, I'm taking a little break. I hopped on right after my last clip, and I gave you guys some nuggets about the exit. It's crazy, I can't even talk. I do so much talking, I can't talk right now. I gave you some strategies as far as the exit strategy, gave you some pointers. I'm here out in Snellville. Traffic is backing up out here. It's getting close to rush hour, if not rush hour right now. Right after I got off the previous video, I turned on and I did my rematch strategy, and I made $120 between 12:25 and about 4:30. So, and all airport runs going to the airport and from the airport. So that strategy is solid. I'm really happy about that. So I'll figure out how to share this screen with you guys. Right now the Uber earnings thing is having delayed earnings. So if you're a driver, you already know, you've seen that delayed earnings notification pop up. But man, I'm already over $200 for the day. So I'm happy about that, but I'm not done. So, I'm just happy about that. All right. So, and this is Wednesday. This is not a busy day like the weekends. I don't have to work until the night or anything like that. So just happy about that, man. That rematch strategy is solid. All right. Peace. All right, y'all. It's recap time. What's going on? It's Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, back with you guys. It's now about 10:15. I really didn't have to stay out as late as I did, but I had a goal and I wanted to accomplish that goal, and I did. So I'm about to get me some food and go home. But since the last little segment, I tell you guys what I did. I set my destination filter on Lyft to go towards south, because I was way out. Where I was way out away from the city, and I got a ping, and I took that gentleman to a city called Lithonia, so it's about 25 minutes away from where I was in Snellville, and dropped him off and just went ahead to the airport, got in the airport queue, had two short rides. Wasn't that big of a deal, but it was enough for me to hit my goal, and that's it. So I'm gonna move this video to the screen share so you guys can see. I don't know how to do the overlay thing. That's something I'm gonna have to learn, is how to do the overlay. So you guys bear with me. I'm gonna learn it for you guys, but I want to show you guys how I did today, and I'll put the calculator up on the screen as well so you can see. I did over $200 a day, and and it was easy. It was an easy 200, y'all. I'm serious. I know I'm out here late and I got started early, but I've taken naps. I've taken a couple of naps. I've meditated. I've ran errands. I've done all kinds of stuff, and that's what I like about rideshare, is the flexibility. That's one of the things I like about it. So once again, killed it today, crushed it, got a new technique. I'm really happy about it, and I'll share that with you guys on the screen share video. All right, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell button, and I'll see you guys. This is my first day doing a whole little vlog, so it's time to go edit this thing, and I'll holler at you guys tomorrow. Peace. All right, my rideshare road warriors, what's going on? Here is the screenshot as promised on the income generated today. Today is Wednesday, and as you can see at the time it's 10:19 as I do this video. I was out, good bit today. I did go by home, had a little breakfast, bought breakfast for me and Olivia. We had breakfast, and I got back out, got quiet and meditated and all of that stuff before I even turned my apps back on. But let me show you guys how I did it today. I'll hit the money icon here. I'm gonna click that, and as you can see, today, June the 12th, I did $52 on Lyft, $52.74. 4 rides. I had the app on for 3 hours and 58 minutes. It doesn't mean I was actually driving the car for 3 hours and 58 minutes. That just means I had the app on for 3 hours and 58 minutes. So let me go and start here. Let's see. My first ride came in at 7:30 this morning. It was a short ride. Nice lady, Brazilian lady. And she had a short ride, took her to work, $4. The next ride went to the airport. It was $19.85. I had one more ride after that, which was $13.06, and the guy gave me a tip, $2.85. I did not get a rematch on this one that's $19.85 that went to the airport, but that's okay. You're not gonna get a rematch every time, and that's okay. But I'm gonna show you guys something really sick in the next little couple of screenshots. All right. And so I started off this morning doing Lyft. I did these bottom 3 calls here, shared the Lyft at 7:42 and the Lyft at 8:43. I did those in the morning, and then I took a break. Like I said, I I had a private that came, and then later on, after I'd done some rides and rested, I came back and did this one at 6:37 p.m. that went to Latonia. I was telling you guys about that. So that's $52.74 on Lyft. Let's go to the calculator. I do have it on there, 52.74. We hit the plus sign, so I want to add all this up for you guys. So now let's go to my private. Just want to show you guys, and if you guys don't have the Square POS app, there's a link in the description, and it'll give you $1,000 worth of free processing for your merchant account. You need a Square credit card reader. You need the credit card reader. Do it. Just don't even think about it. Just do it. All right. So I'll go to transactions just so you can see. I had one transaction today. This was my private. As you see here, it says the Visa today, June 12th, 2019 at 10:14 a.m. The customer paid $25 with a $10 tip. Okay, you can tip with the Square app. You can add it in. People can add it in there. It's great, and I like it. So that was $35. So let's put that in the calculator. Okay, let's hit the plus sign, and then let's go over the Uber. So I didn't start Uber until after I did that private. Like I said, I went and had breakfast. Ooh, you can see it's surging at the Braves game, but I'm done tonight. So I'm done. This is the Atlanta Braves game, so it's surging. So you can see I did $146.47 today on Uber. And let's see all trips. Let's do weekly summary. I'll do that first. Come on, slow poke. All right, so June the 12th, I hit the button, and we are waiting. And I want you guys to see something, So I did 8 trips. The app was on 7 hours and 24 minutes. I got 10 points, but look at the trip earnings and the tips, okay? $121.85 in trip earnings. No surge on any of these rides. And then the tips, $24.62, which brought the total to $146.47. All right, so it says see trips. So I'm seeing the trips for today. Make sure I lock my door here. I started my first trip at 12:25 p.m. Okay, this is a thing I was testing, this Rematch system I was testing. So I got a ride, took it to the airport. All the green check marks, those are the tips that people actually left me, okay? So I'm not going to open each one of these calls because just for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that. If you guys been following me or any of these rideshare YouTubers, then you know what this is already, so I don't have to go and break in everything into detail. So I did my first trip, pick up 1225, took it to the airport, got a rematch, and took that ride to Midtown at 12:56. So I went back up to that same area of town. It's called Cumberland. I went back up there and set my destination filter again, and I got a ride that went down to the airport, $17.26, and I got a rematch that took me into downtown again, right? Took me into downtown, $14.45. You know, it's not the biggest thing, but I'm still getting tips on all these rides, right? Which is cool. So I got as I was dropping that person off at the W Hotel, Ernst & Young's, one of their corporate offices, is in the same little plaza. So as I was dropping the gentleman off, I picked up a lady, took her down to the airport for $15.24, including the tip. And then I got a rematch that went out to Snellville, Georgia for $34.62 at 3:21 p.m. So I took a break, and like I told you guys on the other video, on the other part here where I was talking about Lyft, I had to ride at 6:37 p.m. for $12.98. And then I deadheaded it out to the airport. And then these last two rides at 8:01 and 9:18, both of those were short short rides from the airport. And so that was $146.47. Let's see, 146.47. So as you can see, I made $234.21. Today I did put gas in the car, so you have to take out for gas, but that's a pretty good day. I didn't really work hard at all. This was really easy. I loved my rematch strategy. I'm really testing that out, and I'm getting some really good results from it. So I hope you guys got some value out of this video, and leave a comment below. What are your thoughts on this? Tell me some of the strategies that are working for you. What do you guys think about this? I love feedback, and this was part of the whole exit strategy video that I did. All of this, people wanted tips, they wanted to vlog and see how I did my day, and I gave it all to you guys. And like I said, I'm about bringing you guys value. All right, so that's it. Have a great evening. I'm out. Peace.